Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep.
Yeah, they usually have specialized scoops, little saws, etching tools,
Yeah.
things designed for the job.
And it's not just about safety, although that's obviously huge. It's about the detail, isn't it?
Mhm.
See, those amazing really fall without that smell, right?
Oh, absolutely.
This brings us to something a bit more niche, maybe slightly nerdy, but I love it. The pumpkin spice grinder.
Okay, yeah, this is about getting serious with the aroma. When you actually grind the spices, the cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, right before you use them, in coffee, in cookies, whatever.
You get that immediate hit.
Exactly, you release all those volatile, that's the Halloween silicone baking molds. While the cutters are good for flat shapes, the silicone molds are all about volume and 3D forms.
That's a really important distinction. The molds are non-stick, you can reuse them endlessly, and they're what you need if you want those perfectly rounded little ghosts or bats that look like they could fly, or those skull shapes.
They give you depth.
Yeah, depth that a flat cookie just can't achieve.
And crucially, for you, the learner, these molds are often more versatile. Yes, you can bake cookies in them, but they're also great for things like brownies, making custom chocolates, or even shaping Jell-O or ice.
Oh, interesting.
So one mold can actually cover a few different dessert types.
What's really cool here is how simple it is. You take a basic recipe, pair it with one of these specialized shapes, and bam, maximum Halloween theme. It makes being creative much easier.
It kind of bypasses the need for complex decorating skills sometimes. You just need the right tool.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. We're moving from the behind-the-scenes prep, the carving, the baking, to the actual presentation. The stuff that makes guests go, wow. The front-of-house impact.
Right, and for that big impact, you need a centerpiece.
Yeah.
And that really has to be the foggy drink cauldron.
Yes, this is the showstopper. If you have one of these, it screams Halloween party. You're not just serving punch, you're like brewing a potion. Now, thinking about safety and function for the listener, what are we actually talking about here? Does it always involve dry ice? Because that can be tricky.
Good question. Not always. The market seems to have two main types. Some, maybe the higher end ones, do use dry ice. That gives you that really thick rolling fog. But yeah, you need to handle it carefully.
Right.
But the more common ones you see now often use a built-in ultrasonic mist maker. You just add water, maybe a little flavoring or color, and the machine creates this cool, safe mist effect continuously.
Okay, I get the appeal, but isn't that kind of a lot? A dedicated machine just to make drinks foggy feels like it could end up being clutter.
It does feel specialized, but I think the justification is the sheer visual drama it creates. It's an instant conversation starter, an interactive thing. It becomes the photo op for the party, you know, people gather around it. The utility here is pure atmosphere, and that atmosphere is what people remember long after the party's over.
That's a fair point. Okay, so if the cauldron is the big dramatic anchor, what's the supporting detail? The small thing that punches above its weight? I'm thinking. The skull-shaped ice cube tray.
Ah, yes. The devil's in the details, right? This is perfect. It costs almost nothing, takes zero extra effort. I mean, you're making ice anyway, but instead of boring cubes, you get these cool little skulls floating in the drink.
It's the definition of low effort, high impact.
Totally. It instantly makes any spooky cocktail or even just iced tea or soda feel way more special and on theme.
It's subtle, but guests definitely notice it. It changes how they perceive the drink, even if it's just juice.
It's all about transforming the ordinary. And speaking of quick transformations, let's talk about the absolute fastest way to spookify baked goods, especially ones you might even buy from a store.
The rescue remedy.
Exactly. Creepy cupcake toppers and wrappers.
This has to be the ultimate shortcut.
Yeah.
You bake or buy plain cupcakes, vanilla, chocolate, whatever, and then you just stick these things on top.
And the toppers can be pretty wild. Our sources mention things like little plastic bloody knives, spiders, skeleton hands reaching out of the frosting.
It saves so much time and effort.
Absolutely. Consumers seem to love this because it gives you that complex, themed look instantly, without needing any real cake decorating skill. Why spend ages trying to pipe icing into a brain shape when you can just pop a skeleton hand topper in it in like 3 seconds?
Right.
It turns a simple cupcake into a spooky little creation with maximum efficiency. It seems to be about the psychological boost, about setting the tone for the day. Starting your morning, especially maybe Halloween morning or weekends in October, with a fun, themed breakfast creates this little moment of seasonal joy. It's marketed as an experience, something fun for kids and adults. It signals the holiday is here. So the return on investment isn't about impressing guests. It's more about that sustained daily dose of festive feeling.
I can see that. It becomes like a little daily ritual for the season, a festive anchor for the morning. And if you're making festive waffles, you probably need the right outfit for the job too, right?
Naturally. Which brings us to the Halloween apron and oven mitts set. These are totally practical items. You need an apron, you need oven mitts.
Sure.
But the design's friendly ghosts, maybe cool skeleton patterns, cartoon pumpkins, they turn the act of cooking into part of the theme. The cook becomes part of the decoration in a way.
It adds that layer of style while you're working. You're not just someone cooking, you're the Halloween host, fully kitted out.
Exactly, it kind of completes the picture. If the house is decorated and the food is themed, the person making the food should be too.
Okay, and finally, the item that seems to combine maximum theme commitment with surprising utility, maybe even in tricky situations, the glow-in-the-dark kitchen utensils.
Yes, the glow-in-the-dark spatula.
I have to admit, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, that's just pure silliness. Like, who needs a glowing whisk?
Spatulas, whisks, spoons, made with that phosphorescent material. And this raises a good point. Does going for a novelty like this mean you sacrifice actual usefulness?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Surprisingly, maybe not entirely, according to the research, there's a specific kind of brilliant purpose here. They're actually perfect if you're cooking in low light on Halloween night.
Oh, okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah, imagine you've dimmed the lights for ambiance. Maybe that foggy cauldron is bubbling away.
You want it spooky.
Right. But you still need to flip pancakes or get cookies off a hot tray or stir something on the stove. These glowing tools mean you can actually see what you're doing without ruining the mood by turning on bright lights. You avoid dropping things or burning yourself.
So it's not just a gimmick, it's actually a safety feature disguised as extreme Halloween fun. It lets the kitchen be part of the haunted house vibe without making cooking impossible.
Precisely. It adapts the function to fit the spooky environment. Maximum commitment, but still practical.
So what does this all mean then? Taking a step back from all these gadgets, our deep dive seems to show that getting the most out of the Halloween experience for you, the listener, isn't necessarily about huge decorations or complicated projects. It's often about using these specialized, targeted kitchen tools that give you a big thematic impact pretty easily. They're like instant immersion tools.
That really is the core insight, I think. Whether it's something dramatic like